Everyone's been talking about the new Mevo Gen2, but does it actually beat the most popular Garmin R10 for everyday golfers? Well, after testing them out hands on, I found some surprising differences that could actually save you money or change your game. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you exactly how these two stack up, their key differences, hidden costs, and exactly which launch monitor is the best to buy. So let's do this. All right, let's start with breaking them down. Starting with the recently released Mevo Gen2. Now the Gen 2 launched at about $1,200, $1,199, which is about $600 more than the R10. But here's the kicker. The Gen 2 has no subscription fees. Everything it does is included. At the heart of the Mevo Gen 2 is fusion tracking, which is a hybrid of Doppler radar and synchronized camera processing, which is the exact thing that powers the FlightScope Mevo Plus and even the $15,000 X3C. Out of the box, the Mevo Gen 2 directly measures 18 ball and club parameters. That's a lot. Now, this includes ball speed, club speed, carry, roll, total distance, spin rate, spin axis, smash factor, launch angle, launch direction, angle of attack, flight time, and shot type. And it even has putting metrics like launch speed and direction. But you may have noticed something advanced metrics missing. I'm going to talk about that in a second. And the Mevo Gen 2 also comes with one of FlightScope's flashiest features: automatic video recording with shot tracer and data overlay. Now that's pretty cool. All you have to do is you set up your iPhone or your iPad behind you, and the FS Golf app will automatically capture every swing, overlay a tracer line showing the ball flight, and put your chosen metrics right on top of the video. It's actually really powerful and very cool. And out of the box, you get a lifetime E6 Connect bundle with 8 real-world golf courses, so there's really no ongoing subscription. Just launch and play. The Gen 2 also supports third-party simulators like GS Pro, the Golf Club 2019, Awesome Golf, which I think is awesome, it's my favorite, Creative Golf, and TGC 2019 is scheduled for early next year. So this makes the Gen 2 a true simulator-ready device without any hidden costs. Now physically, the Mevo Gen 2 looks like a mini version of the FlightScope Tour Grade X3C unit. That's about 15 grand. It's taller than the original Mevo and the Mevo Plus, and the higher angle actually helps with both radar tracking and camera alignment. Now it does run on 6-hour USB-C rechargeable battery, which is more than double the Mevo Plus's 2.5-hour battery life. And it all weighs under less than a pound, so it's easy to transport, and it includes a built-in kickstand, so you have precise tilt and roll adjustments. The setup is pretty straightforward, but it is space sensitive. Like the Mevo Plus, you're gonna need 8 feet between the unit and the ball, and another 8 feet between the ball and the screen. So if you're outdoors, you're just gonna need the 8 feet gap behind the ball. Now the Gen 2 doesn't currently support FlightScope's Pro package or phase impact location add-ons. So this means you can't get advanced club data like face to path, club, path, dynamic loft, or impact heat maps. At least not yet. Now right now, those advanced data points are reserved only for the Mevo Plus. Now given that the Mevo Gen 2 runs on the same fusion tracking engine as the Mevo Plus, many speculate that these upgrades will probably come at some point. But not now. That's not guaranteed either, just remember that. Now, the Garmin Approach R10, on the other hand, is by far one of the most popular and affordable launch monitors to ever be released. So coming in at $599, the R10 uses radar to directly measure 4 inputs. That's it, 4. Ball speed, club speed, launch angle, and launch direction. And it calculates the rest. Now, since the R10's original release back in 2021, Garmin's updated the app numerous times and the unit to help increase the accuracy. Now, you're gonna need RCT balls to get more reliable spin and, by extension, realistic curvature when you're indoors. Now, the app does show a deep metric list, but it's important to remember that most of this information is algorithm derived from those 4 measured inputs we talked about earlier. Now, regarding the golf app, it is straightforward, stable, and it's easy to operate. Garmin includes a phone mount with the R10, so you can set it up at the range so that your data sits at eye level. Now, that's a small touch, but a very nice feature. You can also use that phone clip to position your phone to record your swing video if you so choose, which I usually don't because my swing's terrible. Now, the payoff of this feature isn't quite as cool as a video playback with the data displayed over the shot tracer like you get with the Mevo Gen 2. But still, it's nice to have the option to record your swing. Software-wise, compatibility is a huge strength of the Garmin R10. You can use GS Pro, E6 Connect, the Golf Club 2019, Creative Golf, Awesome Golf. You also get 5 free E6 iOS courses straight out of the box. Now, it also comes with Home T Hero, Garmin's animated sim of 42,000 map courses, which does require the Garmin Golf membership at about $100 a year or $10 a month. Portability and setup wise, the R10 itself is tiny, literally the size of a deck of cards, and it snaps magnetically to a tripod. The alignment is pretty easy. All you have to do is you aim the red aim line, and it's just super overall simple to set up. Now indoors, you gotta plan for 6 to 8 feet behind the ball and another 8 feet to the net or the screen. And outdoors, it works great on mats or natural turf and picks up shots reliably. In my experience, it very rarely misses outdoors. Now that we've looked at both these devices individually, let's stack them up side by side. Price and real world value of the Garmin R10. At $599, the reality is you're probably going to want the Garmin Golf membership because Home T Hero feature is actually a lot of fun. You also get a lot of mileage out of the membership if you're already in the Garmin camp with either a watch or a GPS product. So essentially just budget $100 a year or $10 a month. Now, the Gen 2, $1,200. There's no subscription required. That's one of the strongest selling points of the FlightScope product line. If you need the lowest upfront cost, the R10 is obviously the clear winner. I mean, it's half the price of the Mevo Gen 2. Okay, now let's compare its accuracy and data quality. Now the Gen 2 has fusion tracking. It yields consistent repeatable ball data. It has 18 parameters that cover what most players need for legit practice, indoors or out. But as I mentioned before, you can't get the most advanced data set that FlightScope offers through both their Pro package and their Face Impact location features. So for that, you're gonna need more expensive Mevo Plus. Now the R10 is very good for the money. It catches spin, and without RCT balls indoors, accuracy is probably pretty spotty. So if your priority is data you can trust with every swing, then the Gen 2 is the pick to get. Now I'm not calling the R10 accuracy bad, especially for the money, but it's estimation heavy outside of the measured inputs. The Mevo device is a bit closer to pro level. I think that serious players who demand the highest accuracy are going to be happier with the Gen 2 than the R10. Okay, next up is my favorite, simulation and how does the ecosystem work. With Gen 2, you get 8 E6 courses straight out of the box. GS Pro, Awesome Golf, Creative Golf, and you'll get TGC 2019 sometime next year. Now the R10, you get 5. You get 5 free E6 courses. It's compatible with the same third-party options of the Gen 2. Now you also get Home T Hero via the Garmin Golf subscription that adds a massive Play Anywhere library. So both are excellent ways to get simulator golf, but if you want no-fee access immediately, Gen 2 is better. If you love the idea of playing an animated version of your course and don't mind a membership, then the R10 ecosystem and the Home T Hero, this is pretty fun, especially in your backyard with the boys. Okay, next up is the video and user experience. Now I do think the Mevo Shot Tracer Data Overlay feature is awesome. It's the showstopper in this category, no doubt about it. So if you're looking for the very best video feedback, I think you go with a Gen 2. Okay, now let's just talk about the practicality of all of this. Gen 2 gives you a 6-hour USB-C battery. It's compact, it's light, it's durable, and it gives you lots of alignment cues. Now the R10 on the other hand is a tiny device, but the case is kind of bulky. The phone mount is a definite quality of life win, which I think many people overlook. Now I think the Gen 2 is a bit more pro-feeling, if you want my opinion, and the R10 wins in terms of simplicity. Okay, my advice, here's how I see it. If you want the most accurate subscription fee launch monitor that costs about $1,200 and you don't need advanced club metrics or any kind of cool analytics, go with the Gen 2. You're buying into FlightScope's fusion tracking, you get 18 useful data points, you get lifetime E6 courses, and a video tracer feature that's honestly best in class. Plus, there's no subscription fee. But if your priority is to spend less and be able to do everything, including practice with a little bit of feedback, play a ton of sim golf, enjoy a clean app, and you have to tell your wife you spend $600 to $1,200, the R10 is the way to go. Now there's a reason why the R10 has been popular for so many years. It delivers on the money. I mean, this thing's half the price of the Mevo Gen 2, but there's also a reason why the Mevo Gen 2 is gaining so much popularity right now, because it delivers incredible accuracy for right around that $1,000 mark. So in that sense, there's really no wrong answer here. All you need to do is just study the differences I've outlined and decide what makes the most sense for your individual use and your budget. After that, you're all but guaranteed to pick the right one. Now, I know a lot of you guys have already been using the R10 for a long time like myself. Do you guys still use it? Do you guys like it? I would love to know. Have you even been considering the Mevo Gen 2? I love your comments, so let me know down below. Thanks as always for watching, and if you got something out of this video, just consider liking. But if you guys want to see the full list of the best launch monitors of the year, I test them all out, then check out this video right here, and I'll see you on the course.